Well, let me do this. Let me just say this. Set it going.
Yeah, it's going.
Okay, so we had a big board meeting last night, and it was 2/11/26, and we got to do our presentation. We were the highlighted school, and this right here is Miss Clapper. She's just coming to the podium to introduce a couple of our speakers, and they make it made for children, so I can't ever copy it and put it on one of our playlists. So we're just gonna video it right here and see how that turns out. Do you have any glare?
Not too much.
Okay. Well, if we got some, maybe we'll redo.
Well, wait, there's that lamp in front we can take out.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could even close those windows back there and put a, see, we're thinking like video production folks, right? Because that's what we are, we're video producers. Where are you supposed to be right now? So I can call and tell them, Andrew.
What was that?
Where are you supposed to be right now? Right next. I'll tell him. Okay, are we still going?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can cut out parts.
Sure.
All right, so here we go. This is Miss Clapper.
Right up front there.
Okay, I have some wonderful faculty and some wonderful students here to talk about what we're doing at our school. So the first person I would like to invite up here is one of my wonderful scholars, Yvette.
Yvette. Yay!
Okay, sorry the speech is like really short notice, so yeah. So my name is Yvette. Before coming to Winter Lakes, I was behind on credits, unmotivated, unsure of my future, and honestly unsure of myself. I was diagnosed with ADHD at a very young age and made school, social life feel 10 times harder than it is. Concentrating, staying motivated, keeping up, none of it came naturally to me than it did other kids. Starting school felt like a candle in a hurricane, overwhelmed and something I couldn't control. I didn't feel like I fit in, and I honestly didn't understand my purpose and understand school's purpose. When my parents first enrolled me into Winter Lakes, everything changed. If I had to describe Winter Lakes in 3 words, the first would be understanding. I never felt one-sided or like a slack to the teachers. I never felt judged by teachers or peers. When I felt behind, my teachers didn't get frustrated. They helped me make a plan and walked me right through it. The second word I would describe Winter Lakes is motivated. The teachers here are genuinely excited to see you succeed. They celebrate your accomplishments and push you towards your goals. As someone who struggles with motivation, that kind of support was something I didn't always feel in my other schools. The last word is opportunity. Before Winter Lakes, I couldn't have told you what I wanted to be. Then I discovered cosmetology and realized I wanted to become an esthetician. Winter Lakes opened that door for me with hands-on programs, field trips to beauty schools, and real experiences that showed me what my future could look like. And it's not just cosmetology. There are field trip, guest speakers, college, military reps, trade school tours, technology school tours, programs, opportunities everywhere. Winter Lakes has showed me no matter what direction I choose, trade school, military, college, I'll be supported. And that's what makes it a great school, in my opinion. It changed my life, and it changed my parents' life to see their daughter finally succeeding. So I want to say thank you to Mrs. Clapper, Mrs. Knightley, and all my wonderful teachers that have supported me through Winter Lakes and who helped me get where I am today. Thank you.
Roxy is also one of my beautiful students that work in the cosmetology world. She did not make a presentation. She's a little bit nervous, but she will be part of the back end of the presentation here in a little bit. So, Sean, if you don't mind going to the next slide, I want to start out with some really fun pictures from the very beginning of the year. So our cosmetology students went to Lincoln and supported in the Harvest Festival and did some painting for the wonderful little daughter there. So these are just, and if you want to keep clicking through, there's some great pictures. Okay, so we try to have as much fun as we possibly can on campus. These are just some wonderful pictures of Spirit Week. So we did an Old People Day, we did a Jersey Day, our staff and students dressed up. If you go to the next slide, we did an 80s Day and a Camo Day, which has been really fun. Okay, so I'm going to now introduce my academic advisor, Miss Snively, and she is going to talk about all of the hard work that she has put in on the back end that nobody sees and isn't really recognized, but she does a really, really amazing job to get our kids connected in the community and out into the college sections of the Opportunity Platform. So please, of Opportunity Platform. So please,
Thank you so much, Mrs. Clapper. Do you run the slides then? Is that how that works? Okay, thank you. Perfect, thanks. If you'll go back one, I want to recognize a few programs that help fund the things that we do outside of the school district funds. So TRIO has been in our building for a few years now. Last year, we had one of our own teachers take over a part-time TRIO position, which has been fantastic because this is a person who already has a connection with our students. The students feel comfortable going to a teacher rather than maybe somebody that they haven't met before. Last year also we signed up for the Aspire program, which gives us funding to do college and career readiness programs. And then both last year and this year, we have applied for grants through the Oregon Goes to College Fund. They will pay for either day trips or even an overnight visit, which we did take advantage of last year for our cosmetology program. Okay, so a couple things, I'll make it fast. A few things that we've done this year: Southern Oregon Trade Careers Expo in Canyonville. We took 21 students. We took 8 students and 2 chaperones on another overnight trip this year to Klamath Community College, where they have a 2-year cosmetology degree. The fantastic news is that students can use the Oregon Promise Grant to get their cosmetology licensing there. KCC is in a partnership with OIT. They're both in the Klamath Falls area. So OIT and KCC have a really great program where you get free tuition on your first and last term if you do the program that transfers from one to the other. The Coquille Casino had a career fair that we took students to. We've had some visitors in our building. The United States Army Recruit Hippo is often in our building, but also has done some presentations for our students this year, kind of focused on resume building strategies. And then Miss Coos County came in to talk about their scholarship program with our students this year. We had a guest speaker, author Linda McGinnis, come to our cosmetology classes and speak about her career, her stories such as working on celebrities like John Travolta. In January, we took 16 students over to visit Wolf Creek Job Corps and Umpqua Community College. They gave us some really fun elephant toothpaste, I think it's called, lab experience, which for Winter Lake students is a novelty because everything we do is mostly online. And then we had another game that we played that was kind of germ spreading situation. WyoTech visited the very next day in our building to talk about the programs that they have to offer. They are a trade school in Wyoming, and they focus on things like automotive, diesel, and welding, kind of are some of their big areas. Also in January, 4 students and 1 teacher went to Lane Community College to tour and see what degree pathways they have to offer. Just 2 days ago, one of our teachers took some students to SWAC for the forestry and logging presentation at SWAC. That was in conjunction with OSU. They had a presentation for, I think, log rolling and axe cutting and things like that.
the highlights I have of last year joining the Aspire program is we started our first college and career week at Winter Lakes High School. So these are pictures from last year. Our college and career week this year will be from March 9th through the 12th. We have themes like your future looks bright, so wear sunglasses and neon colors. And on that day, we have resume building workshops 2 times during the day. And then the following day, we'll have Dress for Success as if you're going to an interview, and we hold mock interview sessions in our building twice each day. We invite volunteers who do the entire volunteer background check and everything. So volunteers from the community come in. Last year's feedback was very, very positive from teachers, students, and from the volunteers. So I'd like to cordially, warmly invite you all, if you have time in your Monday, March 9th and Tuesday, March 10th, to visit our school and help with resume building workshops and mock interview sessions. Some upcoming events that we have, TRIO is going to hold a College 101 event for juniors. This takes place every year. The juniors get to go experience a few hands-on classes on the SWAC campus. And then we will have a group of students that will take for a generalized tour of SWAC, hopefully in April as well. We had 2 financial aid evenings this year for our students, one for the FSAID creation and to kind of get started on the FAFSA, and then another for more localized FAFSA and financial aid applications. We had a guest come from College and Career Options, which is funded by the Ford Family Foundation, and he came to support both of those evenings with us. And then we also held a ECMC College Night. We were one of the first 120 schools to apply for the College Night, which then led to us being selected to award one of our students a $1,000 scholarship, which is a really exciting first for our building. Yeah. Thank you so much for hearing me out tonight.
And that is just one staff member in my building doing the back work. I can't tell you how grateful I am to run such a wonderful campus with the best team of staff that I could possibly have. We take kids exactly where they are. They could be miles away from getting a diploma, and we're getting them across the finish line, and I can't do it without my staff. And right now we currently have 10 graduates so far this school year with a high school diploma and one with a GED as a 5-year completer. So I'm super proud of my staff and all the hard work that they've put in to help support our students. What's happening in CTE? Well, I usually stand up here and talk about construction, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to give a small little pigment of cosmetology. So the cosmetology girls are working on hair, they're working on nails, they're doing all of those wonderful things. Roxy is a rock star in doing some corn rolls and some French braids. So if you ever want some corn rolls, please come on down. She will gladly do them for you. She is phenomenal at that. That is such a gift that she has to be able to work through the hair. I could never do that. So I want to give you props, Roxy, for doing such a good job. The last thing is, if you want to go to the slide, so like I said at the last staff meeting, we are now able to offer practical exams on site for our students and hopeful that we will be able to do written exams in the future. Something new that Brenda, Ms. Goebel, is working really hard with our students is we are now creating a nail store at our school. So students are taking acrylic nails, the fake ones that you can glue on, and they are decorating them, and they are doing it to their own style. So some of the girls are focusing on stiletto nails, those are the really long pointy ones. Some are working on the really short square nails, some are working on an almond shape, but they each have their own definition of what nail they like to work on. And so now they are painting these nails and we are selling them to the public, and there's a whole business plan and all of that Ms. Goebel has worked really hard with the students. They have business cards, and there's examples at the back table if you want to look at them at some point tonight before you leave. That would be wonderful, but it is going to be housed right up front at our school. So, if you have any questions, what's my next step? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We are so proud of our faculty and staff here. We love Misty, we love Miss Clapper. We didn't get to see Miss Goble, but
Everyone participated.
that's it.
Are you doing anything else, Tiffany?